this seems excessive. It is. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today we are doing this lovely little editorial Valentine's Day look. I got a request to do a tutorial on this look that I posted on Instagram. And while this one is obviously a little bit more kind of bold, it's pretty much the same exact techniques for the eye look. So if you're wondering how to get this look, follow this tutorial and you should be able to recreate it with a few different kind of colors. That one I use kind of more purplies. This one I use more pinks and reds. You could also recreate this look with kind of more neutral colors and get the same shape. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Click the bell to get notified when I upload. Otherwise, let's just jump into the tutorial. There's a lot of noises happening around me right now. My husband's in the living room playing Smash with his friends. There are children running around outside playing in the snow. We had like huge snowstorm hit the Seattle area, which is pretty unusual. So it's like a freaking winter wonderland out there. It's so pretty. But I'm in here filming for you guys. Anyways, let's just get started. I'm gonna zoom you in. I got my fluffy little brows on, and then I did set, what did I do? Oh, I primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden, and then I just set it with the matte powder, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna be using my Cosmetics Zodiac Palette for this look. I'm gonna start by taking this shade here, Virgo, on a nice big fluffy brush. So I'm gonna start by just placing that in the crease and just being a little bit messy with it. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. We do want this pink to show up quite a bit. Just going back and forth, that fluffy brush, then I'm gonna go more on the outer edge just to blend. I'm also gonna take a little bit on the outer edge here. It's just gonna make the other colors easy, or the other color easier to blend. I'm not gonna worry about this outer edge because we are gonna go in and clean that up. So you can really be as messy as you want with that. Next I'm gonna go in with the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. I'm just gonna be using this red shade here. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it, but I don't really care. Plus I've been kind of liking the look of like a wash of shimmer everywhere. So I'm gonna take it on a smaller little fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M507. So I'm basically just going to stamp that in this outer corner. I'm gonna get some more product. And I'm just basically stamping that, really building up that color. I'm not blending a whole lot at this point. Then I can bring this in a little bit just with the leftover product on the brush. I want it to kind of come down into the crease over here. I do have a little bit of irritation on my eye as normal, so that's what that is. It's just, my eyes are really sensitive, so a lot of things irritate them. I didn't really blend this part, so what I'm gonna do next is I wiped off my brush just on a towel, and then I'm going to just soften the edges a little bit. With this look, you kind of want it to look not super blended. You want the colors to be pretty distinct. So I'm just gonna really blend out the edges, and I'm not going to kind of go in and blend the middle part. So I'm gonna take more of that pink shade, that Virgo shade. I'm gonna take more of that red and place it in there because I want this to look fairly red. And I'm trying not to bring it down too far. We are gonna go over with the shimmer, so it's not a big deal if you do, but I wanna kind of keep it right in that crease area. I'm actually gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm gonna take this pretty light shimmery shade right here, and I'm just gonna take that on a finger, and I'm gonna pop that all over the lid. So that shade is pretty light. I want a little more pink to it. So I'm gonna go in with this guy here as well. Kind of more rose gold, but I think it will work. Okay, that's kind of more the color I was looking for. So I'm gonna take that small little blending brush again, and I'm just going to blend out the edges. And that's pretty much it for that portion. I'm gonna take that red again right here, and I'm basically gonna do a little like winged liner with this. So I'm just going to start down here. So like I said, we're not really gonna worry about this outer edge because we're gonna clean it up anyway. So basically I'm just packing that red shade on that outer edge. We wanna keep the bottom here kind of a harsher line and then have it fade a little bit more. I'm gonna take that little angle brush and kind of go in upward motions into that crease area to kind of blend it in. I find this works really well, and you should see kind of like a swoopy starting to form here. That's what you want. Cool. I'm gonna take a little more of that red on the fluffy brush and go back in once more. And then I'm going to flick this down too to blend out that edge. Like I said, don't worry about this part. I'm gonna kind of use the side of this fluffy brush to blend out that edge. A little tap of the pink shade, kind of buff that along the edge. Ever notice how badly I need to pluck my brows till I put eyeshadow up there? So as you can see, it's like kind of blended, but not really blended. That's kind of the look that we're going for here. It's a little more kind of an editorial type look. But if you did this with say like neutrals or just kind of softer colors, this is definitely still something that you could wear in like an everyday sense. Next, I'm just gonna clean that up. I'm gonna take my little makeup wipe and just go along the outer edge. Clean her right up, and there you have it. A little eyeball. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and I will be right back. And I'm back 3.5 years later. Now I did the other eye off camera, and I popped on some lashes. I do think this look is not one that you need to wear lashes with because it's nice and soft, but I just like the little extra glam. I did pretty natural ones. I think these are Kiss lashes, and I glued them underneath my real lashes. If you want to see a video on how I do that, let me know. Leigh Dickson has a really good one. I definitely wouldn't recommend it if you're new to lashes, but if you are pretty experienced and want to learn a kind of new way of doing that, I'd be happy to make a video like that. So anyways, I want to add a little bit more glam to the eyes. I'm gonna take some cool photos and stuff, so I think this will look really cool. I'm going to use this liquid shadow. This is from the brand Phorea. I think they're kind of like an indie pro brand. I'm not really sure. Somebody actually just gave this to me. This is in 103 Ice. I'm gonna take some on the back of my hand, like so, and I'm actually going to take a fluffier brush. This is a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 5. And I'm just going to get some on my brush. And I'm going to do a light wash kind of over the lid. Little bit more drama, but nothing too intense. I didn't want to do like this all over the lid. Cool. See how it just gives a little something extra without being like too much? You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna zoom you guys out and we will do the rest of the face. I'm gonna start with the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. This is actually kind of a little bit silicone-y, but like still hydrating, so I like it a lot. It's gonna do a little bit of smoothing. But I'm also gonna add some NYX Angel Veil to fill in my pores a little more because I want my skin to look like it has no flaws. And if this seems excessive, it is. I normally don't put on this many like pore filling products, but I just want flawless skin today, what can I say? For foundation, I'm going to be using a tried and true product. This is the Cosmetics CC Cream. This is in the shade Fair. And I'm just going to dot this all over the face. Yes, the shade is too dark for me. No, I do not care. I find since it's not like a super full coverage product, you can kind of get away with it. I don't like mixing it. I mean, I do mix it sometimes, but like, I really like the formula on its own. And like the shade isn't too bad. Alrighty, so next I'm gonna take my Becca Under Eye Corrector. This is just like a nice peach toned corrector. It's nice and creamy, very almost dewy looking. Just gonna pat that in with my finger underneath the eyes. Just kind of in my darkest spots. This is just going to help correct any blue tones underneath the eyes and also just kind of brighten and hydrate. Next, I'm going to take my CoverGirl TruBlend It's Lit Concealer. I'm going to pop that under the eyes. Boop, 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 boop. And a little bit right in this little pocket here. I'm also going to take that around the nose. On the nose, and then on this little, lovely little pimple over here. Decided to show up today. She was not invited, but she has arrived. I like this concealer a lot. It's super lightweight, looks really natural. I don't find it's enough coverage on its own, but when paired with that Becca Corrector, it really does work well. And I'm just going to carefully tap this in. I try to go up to that line too, just kind of pinching my beauty blender. I never know what to say when I'm like blending out complexion products, because I'm just like, yeah, I'm just tapping it in. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Oh my god, it just shattered. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so depressing. All right, we're just gonna close that up. I think I have a backup of that one though. All right, well, good news is I have another one. All right, I'm gonna take my Real Techniques blush brush here. I'm gonna tap it into this product, and I'm just going to do a little tippity tap first, and then I'm gonna go in and do some more buffing motions to build up the product. I'm gonna bring that bronzer down my neck a little bit too. I think we're sufficiently bronzed before I break another product. Next, my desk is like a complete and utter mess. All right, so I'm gonna be going in with the Anastasia Glow Kit. And I'm gonna take this pinky shade here. This is Starburst. This is the Sugar Glow Kit. Old school. Just gonna pop that on the tops of the cheekbones. Highlight is like real intense. All right, after I've kind of placed it down, I'm gonna take a flatter brush. This is an e.l.f. powder brush. It's just kind of like a nice flat topped fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna go over that in circular motions and just kind of buff it and blend it into the skin. A wee bit of that on the nose here. I'm gonna set the under eyes with a little bit of my Hourglass Veil translucent setting powder, just under those eyeballs. I'm also gonna go around the nose a little bit and down my laugh lines. I love this for setting those areas because it just doesn't look like a powder. It just looks really seamless and lovely with the skin. All right, next we're going on with a favorite. This is the Milk Lip and Cheek Stick in the shade Rally. I'm just going to pop some on my inner wrist here, and then take my beauty blender, tap it over it, and pop that on the apples of the cheeks, and then move upward. I like doing my blush after bronzer and highlight because it just kind of melts them into the skin and makes it look a little more natural. If you're struggling with making your highlight look natural, try doing your blush after. You can do this with a powder blush too. I like doing it with creams because I find it really kind of sinks everything in. But it kind of depends on the product because not all creams work very well over powders. I find this one does work very well, especially when you use it with a damp sponge. I want it to look pretty rosy today since this is like a Valentine's Day kind of pinky red look. So I'm gonna go in with a second layer, mostly concentrating this layer on the apples of the cheeks. Once I place it down where I want it, I switch to a different side of the sponge and kind of tap over it. You saw my minimal like base routine. Use this trick there as well. I think I'm also gonna take some of that highlight just on the brow bone. I like this little angle. This is a Coastal Scents BRCS07. I'm trying to get better at saying names of brushes, okay? It's like a little angled, kind of fluffier brush. I like this a lot for just highlighting the brow bone. So I'll just kind of take the tip of it and get under there. It's time to finish up the eyeballs just quickly. I'm going to take this Luxie 141 brush. It's just a nice little pencil brush. And I'm going to take that pink shade, Virgo, once again. I'm just going to run that on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take that red shade again on a little angled brush, and I'm going to pop that nice and close to the lash line, just kind of on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna kind of bring it up to meet this wing situation, but just very slightly, just till about here or so, about the length of my brush. I know I didn't zoom you guys in for this part, but it's so quick. Just like that, just a little bit. All right, and then I'm gonna take that little pencil brush again and just kind of wiggle it under there, just to get it a little more blended. So eyes are basically done. I'm gonna add a little mascara to the lower lash line. So this is just the Covergirl Clump Crusher. So I'm debating whether I wanna do a red lip or keep it more neutral. I think we might do a red lip. Let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna start with my NYX lip liner in the shade Hot Red. Maybe that's the way to go, just like a soft, muted kind of red like this. I'm gonna go in next with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk. Cool, so you could totally stop here or again pair it with a nude lip if you want a more sort of subtle, like Valentine's Day date type of look. But I kind of want to take this to a little editorial type level. So I have these little heart gems here, so I'm gonna glue some of these to my face. I'm just gonna stick with, oh god, dropping things. I think I'm just gonna do these little clear or like silver gems here. I'm gonna take my disgusting little duo eyelash glue here. I only say it's disgusting because it has eyelash glue all over it. And I'm gonna paint the back of my little sticker. All right, we're gonna pop that sucker on. I'm gonna do right on the inner corner. Do that on the other side too. All right, I think I also want to put one like kind of down here. All right, one more on each side. It's close enough. I think that's all the little gems I'm gonna glue to my face. I like this little arrangement around the eyes. I'm gonna finish this off. Just a little spritz of the Catrice Dewy Setting Spray. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I'm really into it. It's very pretty Valentine's Day-y. Obviously you can go without the gems if you're wanting to wear this look out. Yeah, I think that's it for you guys. Please like this video if you like this video, and please subscribe and hit the bell to turn on notifications so you get notified every time I upload. Upload about once a week or so. And yeah, I'd love to see you recreate this look. So if you do, please tag me. It's a Lovely Makeup Artistry on Instagram and Lovely Makeup Art on Twitter. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a lovely little Valentine's Day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.